This is Theo's tutorial show, where I'll teach you how to animate things. Today we'll be covering how to do this thing I made for my combo finisher animation. As a prerequisite, I suggest you go watch my old boring blast effect tutorial here on the Pew Pew channel. It's kind of boring since I did make it around my awkward age, but you know, it's pretty good. Let's get started. There are two parts to this blast. The first part would be the charge up, but that's boring, so we'll skip to the blast. Yeah, so that awkward stage of my life is still going on, I see. Step 1. Draw our stick figures. And you might want to add a darker background so you can see the blast easier. Alright, so after that, step 2. You start off with a small fuzzy looking blast, which essentially looks like the Lorax's Truffula tree? Let's go with that. Basically, you have a fuzzy in the beginning to show some flair to the blast. And after this, if you want it to glow, make it into a movie clip. So you select it, press F8 to create a symbol, and make sure you have movie clip selected. Step 3. Basically, redraw that blast with the longer middle and the width bigger or smaller, or just keep it the same. Everyone has their own preferences. Be sure to draw the end of it slightly different. And at this point, turning on the onion skin would be really helpful. So right under the timeline, just select that little box? Yeah, it's a box. Also, this would be a good time to note that having a drawing tablet would be a lot better for animating particles in general. It's definitely doable without it, but you know, I'd rather not. I mean, I'd rather get in a fight with a One Direction fan than animate particles with a mouse. And I'd probably get my ass kicked, but that's what I'm trying to say. Tablets are a lot easier to work with in this kind of situation. Anyways, once you're done with this, you can make it longer again if you want. It all depends on the length you want. You know, some people like it longer, some like it average, but you know, nobody likes it short. Step 4. Keep it going. Make a wavy too if you're into that type of thing. Yeah. I made the tip of my blast go off the screen. If you want, you could add some streams to it that make it have like this little wavier pattern to it. Alright, step 5. Breaking down like a little kid who found out Santa Claus is not real. 'Tis the season. Motherfucker! Damn right, Tyrone. For this, you just want to redraw the previous blast, but in little parts. You would break it down wherever you want. Just have it thin at one end and thicker at the other, and just animate little particles. I usually draw a stream, and then as it trails off into the distance, I go back and add little particles branching off from it. Keep in mind that there's no actual format for drawing particles, it's just all based off of practice and feel. I just break it up into smaller balls. Yeah. Like a wise man once said, smaller is better. Notice how that was a man who said that, and not a woman. He probably has a small pee-pee. Anyways, you don't need too many particles to create this effect. I just went ahead and went way above and beyond. I'll upload FLA files so you guys can check it out yourself. For now, just focus on keeping the particles moving in the direction the blast was going. Alright, step 6. Focus on one shape at a time. All you have to do is draw a triangle. Oh, and you could do this on a separate layer if you want, like I did. Basically all you do is draw a triangle or any shape with a straight edge, and you want to alternate between filling it, making an outline of it, and even having it blink. This will create like this little flashing effect, and onion skin is really helpful in this part. And throughout this whole process, be sure to play the animation once in a while to see if it looks good or not, so that way you can make changes before you go too far. You can also have shapes jump from one triangle to another by just drawing a separate triangle next to it. I think in the first shoot I made, it had like a little zippy part to it. You can study that yourself if you want. It's basically combining the particle effect with the little triangle effect. Anyways, the last step is to go back to the timeline, go down to the filters, and add a glow. Here you can adjust the settings. After this you should be done and you should have a similar result as mine. Alright, that's all for now. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a good one. Goodbye.